double toil and trouble. Firebird and cauldron bubble. Hey, what's up? I'm Allie and welcome back to my channel. So I did a video last year and I decided to redo it again this year. And last year, basically what I did is I created book potions. Now, obviously I'm not actually mixing any ingredients besides the paper slips that I have here. I asked you guys on Twitter to send me some of your favorite plot devices, tropes, buzzwords, things along the lines of that. And then I added them on little pieces of paper and I threw them in here, and basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull 3 out of here, and then that will be our combined little potion. And then I have to recommend a book that I think has those things. I say think because there was a lot of tropes that I haven't read a lot of that I've included in here, so I'm going to try to pick books that obviously I would recommend and have read, but if it comes down to it, I'm going to try to guess at books that I feel like would have that. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I'm saying? Did I make that clear? Basically, you're just pulling 3 pieces of things, tropes, whatever, plot devices, character things out, and you gonna match them to something because, yeah. Why not? We magical here. I am also going to be showing you guys some real magic making, and not like that, don't you worry about that. Not that kind of channel. I got the limited edition Sip Spy box and I wanted to review it for you guys, and this one comes with teas that are magical and change color. Yeah, you heard me right. The teas change color. So I'm going to test those out and review those for you guys. We're going to taste test. We're going to watch them, see if they change color or not. And yeah, I have a coupon code for Sip Spy. Again, this is a limited edition box. They have 2 different ones, but we're going to talk more about that at the end. But yes, I love me some tea. I'm so glad that this was inspired me to bring this back. So, oh, I'm so sorry. Here we go. Let's give this a stir. Obviously, I'm stirring this so well. Why is my... Let's pull out the first 3. Okay, the first one is, it's myth or fairy tale based. The next one involves a small town and is feminist. This is already too hard for me. Ooh, I guess technically, if we're not basing this around like well-known myth, a myth inside of the story would probably be The Last True Poets of the Sea, which is about a girl who is bisexual, you know, took charge of her life and was just doing whatever she wanted. And she goes to live in her grandparents' small town, and she is going to find a shipwreck that has never been found. So you could go with that. The only other one I can really think of would probably be Girls of Snow and Glass, I think it's called, which is kind of a re-imaging of, oh god, who is it? Anyway, it's like a fairy tale retelling, but it's a very feminist fairy tale retelling where like the women take hold of the story, and it's based around 2 famous fairy tale creatures, and I cannot think. I want to say one is Snow White, but I cannot think who the other one is supposed to be. But it's just so good. I really loved it. It definitely based more on like the female-female relationships. I do think that most of it takes place in a small town before it goes to like a kingdom. So I think those all work in some capacity of what we are trying to say here. Okay, next 3 I have coming of age story, murder, and enemies to lovers. This is the worst combination of all time. I feel like I'm making this harder because I feel like pretty much any YA fantasy would work for this. Enemies to lovers. What's a really good YA enemies to lovers? I feel like, I mean, out of all the fantasies, and no one ever talks about the series anymore, but the Fallen Kingdom series is fantastic. It's got enemies to lovers. It's kind of a coming of age. And there's murder in that. 3 kingdoms fighting it out for like these magical orbs. I don't think that works though. I feel like I need something that like at least talks about them like being a kid. I thought of the perfect one! How could I not think of Middle Game for this? Even though Middle Game is an adult novel. It follows the characters like from childhood all the way up to adulthood. And if you don't know, it's basically like they don't know it, but they are supposed to ascend to like this god type thing. They're supposed to fulfill a doctrine. It involves alchemy, become like the embodiment of an alternate universe type thing. Anyway, it's a great coming of age. There are some enemies to lovers. I won't get into that. It's coming of age and there's murder. It's fantastic. Great pick. Fantastic pick. Great thinking. Okay, next set. We got girl dressed as a boy or vice versa. Basically someone who is hiding their identity by being the opposite gender or sex or whatever, like they are not themselves. I feel like I'm not explaining that in a very good term. You know what I mean though. The story, starting the story not at the beginning. So someone actually described it basically like you might start in the middle of the story and then the character is like, this is how I got here, and then it goes back to the beginning. So it starts kind of either in the middle of the story or at the end of the story in some way, and you have to figure out how you got there. This is so hard. And an arranged marriage. Like, I really don't think I can put these three things together. There's none, at least that I think of, that would have an arranged marriage, girl dressed as boy. I mean, those two coming together remind me of Serpent and Dove, but story starting not at the beginning does not work for that. This is the one that's gonna throw me off, because I don't know if I know that many stories that don't start at the beginning. Now, I do know a book that does not start at the beginning. There is a girl dressed as something else, but I do believe that there is a boy cross-dressing as a woman, and then there is also not an arranged marriage, but like kind of a fake-out marriage going on, and that's in Chuck Palahniuk's Invisible Monster. So that has some of those. Oh, is that, why is this so hot? Atmospheric, animal familiars, and assassins. I mean, I think we all just think of Nevernight there. That's literally perfect for that. It's very atmospheric. Assassins, animal familiars. Notice those all start with A. That's weird. That's creepy. I'm creeped out. That's kind of strange. I don't like that. Does Girls of Paper and Fire count, since like the top class are basically animals? I'm sorry I went there. Described as pretty much animals that just walk and talk like humans. So you tell me. I wonder if Cersei could count. Now, it doesn't have like your typical assassins. People do come, I believe, to try to assassinate her in a way. She has animal familiars, I believe, and it's very atmospheric. It takes place on an island. Me realizing I have not read much outside of the most popular books here on BookTube, but hey, no one came here for real recommendations, right? Okay, next we have a ragtag team. This is one of my favorites. I love like a group of misfits. Multiple point of view, another one of my buzzword type things, and takes place at a boarding school. Originally, so if the multiple point of view wasn't really in it, we could do If We Were Villains, which is my favorite book of all time, which follows a murder that happens at a Shakespeare school. It's fantastic. It follows a group of friends. But I don't believe, I think it's just like you're watching from the outside kind of point of view. I don't know what that's called. I feel like I read this recently. What did I read recently that had? Oh my goodness. Does Gideon the Ninth work for this? It's not quite a boarding school, but it's like a type of like school that they are kind of a school. It's like a castle that they go to that's abandoned, but they send like this group of people and these murders are happening. Well, that's also not multiple point of view. That's just Gideon's. Oh! I mean, I guess it could technically be multiple point of view. Am I going to be sneaky? I'm going to be sneaky. So, it's not quite a boarding school. It's not quite multiple point of view, and it's not quite ragtag team, but it's enough of each of those to count. I make the rules here. It's my channel. Okay, let's do one more. I think I only got enough for one more. So, we got villain and hero have a soft spot for each other. We have the chosen one. Carry on? And it's a series. Carry on? God, why? Why is this book haunting me? Okay, I'm gonna take out the Chosen One because I don't read, I guess, a lot of Chosen Ones outside of like Harry Potter. I'm going to replace it with the last one I have in here. Unlikely Friends, a series, and a villain and a hero have a soft spot for each other. I think the first thing that would come to mind is Vicious by V. Schwab. I mean, I feel like they're unlikely friends because they're not really like each other. And then it is about a hero and a villain. I mean, they're technically... They both think they're heroes and they both think they're villains kind of deal. And they have a soft spot for each other. Ooh, the Dark Guys Club would also work for this because they are unlikely friends and they are... I mean, he's not really the villain, but he's made out to be the villain. It's very much like enemies to lovers type thing. Trials of Apollo probably works for this actually because we do have unlikely friends. We also have... the villain and one of the heroes, you know, have a soft spot for each other in like a different way. Then it is also a series. So Trials of Apollo works for that too. Those are the recommendations. Let's get it. Those are the recommendations. Let's get into the tea brewing and the tea taste testing and seeing all that. I hope you guys have liked this portion of the video. Let's move on. Moving on. So I lined up all the teas. I have just a little bit in each tea bag, just enough for these like little cups. I chose white ones so we could kind of see what's going on, and then I'll just drink this one since I could not control the amount that goes in this tea bag. But look how interesting this tea bag is. Weird. It also smells like very interesting. This one was glittery when I put it in. I think that one, these two I think color change, and this one doesn't. I don't know. But then I have my lemon juice as well, which we will add to each of those as we go along. So for this everywhere. Have all the teas set up, just waiting for them to steep. This one doesn't change, but I am going to show you guys. Look at that purple color. It is such a bright purple color. Check out this one. I didn't even like put a good amount in there, and like I didn't let this steep for the full time, and that is vibrant, and it is just so glittery. That's awesome. So then we have this one, which is Pink Citrus Magic. Now I don't think it's as bright as it probably should be, but again, I didn't have like a full mixture in the bag. I just had like the tiniest bit. But we're gonna add some lemon juice. I have some fresh lemon juice to see if it will change colors. I'm not noticing a change on that one. Nope, not noticing on that one. So I'll have to see if maybe it just, I didn't have it concentrated enough or what. We have this last one, and I also don't think this one is concentrated enough. I should have just done like a full amount. So this one, as you can tell, is a purpley, and I do believe that this is supposed to go from indigo to violet. So there was some lemon juice probably still on my spoon, but let's see. Oh, okay, I noticed an instant change on that one. So that one went like straight to pink. So this one is pretty dark itself. It also looks pretty purple. And then this one is supposed to go pink. So I have a full cup of this. Ooh, I feel like I did notice it definitely took on a pink hue to it there. I don't know, I think, you know, I only really saw the color change in these ones. I didn't see it in the Pink Citrus Magic. But I think I'm mostly impressed with the glittery one. I mean, that's just so vibrant. But, okay, so this one's still way too hot to drink, but I'm going to taste test the other ones. Now, obviously, these are going to have some lemon in them, so they might taste a little bit more citrusy than they would normally. But I like lemon in my tea, so let's see here. This one is the Magic Potion. Oh my goodness. That's really good. So this has apples and raspberries and blackberries and kiwi. And I can taste like the apples. I can taste the raspberries. Like, this is so good. Now, obviously, I tasted a lot of the lemon juice, but this is so good. Okay, next I have that Pink Citrus Magic, which didn't have much of a color change. Again, could have been user error on my part. So this one is Purple Dragon Fruit Apple Lemongrass. Ooh! That tastes like pink lemonade. Again, super lemony. Lemonade! I guess because it does have lemon peel in it. Pink lemonade. I guess I'm tasting the watermelon. This is really good too. Oh, these are like my favorite teas ever already. I actually don't know which one I like more of those two. Okay, then this one is the only one that I will be tasting straight because there's no lemon in this one. This is the Purple Blend. So this one is actually made after Prince. This has dragon fruit, lime peel, passion flower. Ooh, so this really just tastes like a vanilla tea. It's still good, but it's just like basically vanilla. But it's good. It's good. Like, I love this. I love the purple and the glitter, and it's so awesome. Let's try the very last one, which is the, which one is this one? This is the Beauty Sleep one. So this one has orange hibiscus, rose, lemongrass, bamboo, honey, rose. Did I already say that? That sounds, has licorice in it. Well, that makes me nervous. Okay, this one's still really hot, so I'm probably just gonna burn my mouth up with this. That one is also so good. Oh my, these were all fantastic teas. Like really good teas on top of being pretty neat. Obviously not like the biggest change. I didn't really expect like the biggest change because they're drinks. It's that you need to like put into your body. So if you have like a huge chemical reaction, I'd be a little nervous about it. But these are really good. So good. I honestly probably could not pick my favorite. Actually, I gotta say, I think the Pink Citrus Magic stuck out as my favorite out of all of them, just the flavor in itself. That might have been because I added so much lemon to that, but it was just the best out of flavor-wise, I think. But they were all so good. So good. Now, these teas are limited edition, so make sure that you go and get those before they are all gone. I'm trying to get this video up for you guys as quick as possible. So yeah, make sure you go check that out. They have two different ones. They have the magic color changing ones, and then they also are doing another one that are just all fall flavors. So make sure you go and check that out. I love my Sips by subscription. It's just fantastic if you're a tea drinker. It's so good. You can take the personalized test, and they send you teas that match with your personality, whether it's based around caffeine or flavors or whatever. They send you what they think best fits you, and it's usually about a month's worth. It's 4 different teas that will last you about a month unless you drink tea like 18 times a day, in which case it probably won't last you very long. But it's really good, and then they give you coupon codes for those places, so if you really like a tea, you can go and buy more at a discounted price. Yeah, I hope you guys have liked this video. Don't forget to subscribe to see future videos from me. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next one. Bye!